Hello, I'm Chef Roman. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a roast duck with a few Asian mixtures of spices in there. Then I'll be doing it with some mushrooms. What do we have? New potatoes. I've got a hell of a lot of red onions to use. Some garlic. Let's say a ginger, 1 lemon. So let's say here's the mixture of my spices. So it should serve about 6 people with the correct sides. I'm going to be roasting that, and let's get started because I cannot wait. It's extremely hard finding a duck not frozen and halal in London. I have looked around but I can't find. So my duck here is frozen, so it's defrosting at the moment. What you need to do is take out all of the offal. Offal is the stuff like the neck, the bones, the livers, the hearts, the kidneys. You would be surprised when you find out how useful they are for the gravy. And that's how most restaurants make the gravy, by using those parts. So we're going to marinate the duck first. First you need to scale the fat. So you're making long lines with your knife. Do a few on the legs. The fat on the duck is much thicker than the one on chicken. That's why duck fat has a very good reputation in the restaurant trade, because that is the secret to most of the roast. I'm going to put it into my bowl because I don't want to make a mess. So there we go. It's in the bowl. To that I will be adding some ginger. You can peel the tips of the skin of the ginger, but the quickest way for me, there's a tiny bit of wastage, but we can use that for different things. Just cut the skin off and grate this through the smallest hole. Tap it. There you have ginger. We're going to rub that on this duck. Like that. Then we're going to get garlic. And what we do now is we peel the garlic. So this roast that I'm doing now, it's going to be cooked for about 6 people. If you feel like there are heavier eaters coming, chuck in a roast chicken as well. Cut the chicken into smaller pieces, and then that will, make sure everyone is fed. Because the worst thing is cooking and running out of food before everyone leaves. That hasn't happened yet, and I intend not to make it happen again. Like that. And all you want from it are the juices. This garlic will roast and it will be fully cooked. Tiniest amount of olive oil goes in. So you've got ginger, garlic, and the tiniest amount of olive oil. Remember, duck has its own fat, it doesn't need anything else. This is just so the marinade can seep in. So we've got the garlic and ginger mixing in there. Now is the fun part. So you've got a mixture of different spices. I would call this the mum's mix, the Bengali mum's mix. I'm going to get a little bit on my hand. You can use a spoon, but chefs are gangster, you know what I mean? Because we don't need spoons. We like getting our fingers messy. Don't worry, we do clean. Okay? So see how much spice I've put on there? That is quite a lot. But I'm willing to take that risk in getting that amazing crust. You could almost call it crackling, really. So I've mixed it all in, have a look. It's blended in there, it almost looks like a chicken now. Then, this is called a Maurice, and this is yogurt. Now Maurice is going to help me get that yogurt out of the pot without hardly wasting. The last one is, of course, salt and pepper. Top it up yourself. There you go. Pepper on there. Pepper is on there now. There you go. So let that marinate and let that sit for about 20 minutes to 25 minutes. Okay? Put clean film on top, leave it in the fridge, and then while that is marinating, you're going to get all your vegetables ready because there's a lot of work to do still. Now we're going to start chopping up all the vegetables. We've got new potatoes here. They've been cleaned. Do you see how big it is? Check out your fist. I would say cut that in half. Simply like that. And put it in your roasting tray. Let's do that. So, while you're doing your potatoes, don't forget to warm up your oven to about 200 degrees. So I'm going to do that now, obviously. So we've got the potatoes here. That's about 1 kilo of new potatoes. They've been washed and cut in half. So the way we're going to season these, we're going to put salt, pepper, and some mixed dried herbs. And then olive oil. The reason we put in olive oil is so they don't stick to the pan and they get a nice little crispy layer on the outside. So in goes your mixed herbs. Sprinkle that on. And then I've got Cajun spice. So add a good little amount of that. So they're going to be basically, they're going to have the flavour of the wedges, you know, the southern wedges, but they're going to have the texture of roast potatoes. So that's that. Goes the olive oil. And I'll mix that up. So these are ready. I'm going to chuck this in the smaller, in a different tray because I need this one for my duck, and then these will go straight in the oven now. Cut your onions into quarters as well. I'm just going to show you now. So the mushrooms you want like that, and your onions you want to peel. I've got a video at the moment. I've got a video up on YouTube. It's called How to Peel an Onion. So if you want to learn exactly the best ways to peel onion and how to stop it from making crack, then I suggest you check out one of my videos. If you go to my channel, you will see all of them there. There's various different recipes, and what I'm aiming for is to reach out to all different crowds, not just to one group of people. So that's why I've mixed and matched the way I make my videos. So I've peeled the red onion now, that's it. Cut it in half, and then cut that half into 3. So you should have 6 of these per onion. And you see the root, every little piece needs to get that tiny bit of root which will hold it together while it's roasting. So start with the onions. I chuck all the onions into that same tray that I seasoned my potatoes. Okay? So as you can see, my eyes are going watery. Even after years of experience, onions can still beat you. So I've got all my onions there on the tray. Now I'm going to cut my mushrooms into quarters and chuck that in there as well. So I want these vegetables acting as the bed or the resting place for the duck as we're going to put it in the oven. So all the juices from the duck go down and seep into these vegetables and flavour them as well. And make sure you spread it out evenly. So my duck is almost ready. It's got about another, say, 5 minutes. So I've now cut my mushrooms down to the last 2. Just make sure you spread it evenly around on your tray. Don't forget to do that. And then you want it to look something like this. And that's going to act as the bed for the duck. So my duck is now ready. I will lift it up and literally smack it bang on top of the vegetables. Like that. And then on top of my duck, I'm going to slice this lemon into the rings. Slice, slice, slice. Try not to squeeze the juice out, because that juice we want it to slowly caramelize on top of this duck. So chuck in lemons. Okay. Like that. You see there's 2 sides of foil. One is not so shiny and one is very shiny. You want this shiny part inside. Okay? And what we're doing here is sealing it off so it can pressure cook, which will help the duck maintain its moisture and it will stop it from burning on the outside as well. So I've now got my duck ready. There's mushrooms in there, there's red onions in there, all the flavours. It's been sealed off all the way around, and this goes in the oven. It will take about at least 1 hour 45 minutes. So better hurry up and get it in. So I'm going to work on the gravy. So you've got all the insides, all the organs and stuff. I'm going to start off by chucking 1 chopped onion in there with the skin. That skin is going to help add colour to your stock, but you have to make sure you wash your onions first. So that goes in the pot. Got 1 garlic. The whole clove goes in like that. Add a bit of oil. I'm going to add a tiny pinch of chili. 1 stick of, this is like the cinnamon bark, okay, not the cinnamon itself. And then 2 cloves, couple of cardamoms, and last but not least, 2 bay leaves. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put it on the fire and just stir it gently. So once you've got a nice colour there, I'm going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes. The whole tin. Stir it around a bit. So when your tomato has reduced down, it's become more of a sauce now. Put the heat up and just simply add water and fill it up to the top. The stock is now on. Once it starts boiling, put the heat down and just let it sit. It should be ready around the same time your duck is going to be ready. Alright, so now if you think you're going to have more people and you don't want to take the risk of not having enough, I've got a chicken here which I've done exactly the same thing to, but instead of scoring the skin, I've just pricked it. So I put all my marinade in, just like the duck, but I've pricked it instead. So let that sit. This will take much less time to cook, so we're not putting it in now. We'll put this in about another 45 minutes, so they both can be ready at the same time. Now I've been marinating. I've brought in mixed vegetables. To make this a bit simpler for you, I've just used frozen mixed vegetables. They just go literally straight in, no salt, no pepper, nothing. The flavour from the chicken will marinate that. So that goes in your oven now. So the duck's got about 1 hour left, and this will take about 45 minutes. The duck's already been cooking for 1 hour, and this hasn't gone in. Chicken is out and it's ready. I've taken it off the pan. My duck, I've now taken the foil off, and I want to leave it in the oven for about another 15 minutes to crispen up. Now I've got my veg for my chicken ready. Put foil on that and let it wait. You can put your chicken in there and that's ready to serve. But my duck will take longer than I expected because it's huge. So I've taken the skin off to help it crispen up and cook a bit quicker. You see there? So they've got a nice little caramelization happening. Now I'm going to stop it. With the gravy, I've just taken all the bones out. Taken all the bones and pieces out, so passed it through a colander. And now I'm just reducing that stock till I feel it's thick enough to be. So I'm going to reduce this gravy down till it gets thick, and that will be the sauce which we'll pour over our duck. There you have it. I've taken the roast out. Everything has been served on the plate, in the dinner table, and now lastly the duck is going to go. So there you have it. You got your roast duck. You got your gravy. I've made a normal Bisto gravy for the normal people. Got a little salad, roast chicken and the veg, the roast potatoes and Yorkshire puddings. And you got the eater.
Come on guys, let's not kid.
Thank you guys for watching. Please show your support by subscribing to my YouTube channel and liking my videos, and I hope you enjoy trying out more recipes. Bye bye.